I'm going to unpack that later on when I give my 2 cents, but I'm talking to a great man. His name is Joaquin Loper. When I first started on TikTok, him and his wife, it was the first couple I began to follow on TikTok, that Loper love and that Loper lady, that's his wife, Stacy. I talked to her before. I had to call him and say, Joaquin, I got to have you on my show. And he said, Dr. Sims, anytime, anytime, anytime. So without any further ado, all the way from Birmingham, Alabama, by way of Mississippi, I bring to you the man, the myth, the legend, Joaquin. What's
Good morning,
up, man?
everyone.
How you doing, man?
Dr. Sims, how are you doing, man?
Listen, man, if I was any better, I'd be a Loper, man.
Man, I done told you. You don't take steps backwards in life. You just keep moving forward.
Man, I saw a recent TikTok and Instagram, you and Stacey, and you just told me that was your daughter, man. Y'all just sitting around messing around, and Stacey was like, Joaquin, throw some of them old 90s pickup lines on her. And man, you walked up to her and said, yo, baby, can I have them digits? And she said, no, but besides being sexy, what kind of work do you do? I bust out laughing.
So did I, Dr. Sims. How do you think I feel to hear my daughter hit me with a line like, I'm like, oh my God, I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready.
Man, that is so funny, man. But listen, man, introduce yourself to everybody. Who is Joaquin Loper?
Hey, my name is Joaquin Loper, man. I'm a husband of 15 years. I'm a father. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a dreamer, and I'm a believer.
That's awesome. That's awesome, man. So what is it that business-wise, what is it that you and Stacey, Blended and Winning, what is it that y'all do for couples and singles, women and men?
We do our best to connect with couples and singles, right. And we try to give them hope, laughter, and a different viewpoint of love, forgiveness, all of the above and all of the below. Yeah. Of how to look at your relationship and how to win in life as an individual, and as a unit and as a couple.
Man, that's good, man. And you guys showed a whole lot of when you did your first season of that Local Love, man, on YouTube. And man, you got, I mean, on TikTok, man, y'all got upwards of almost 5 million followers on TikTok, man. And I'm really amazed at the roles. The inroads that you guys are plowing out for, especially Black love, man. I'm just astounded about what y'all are doing. But man, share with everybody. You say y'all been married 15 years. Share with everybody when your relationship with Stacey really took a turn for the better.
Turn for the better. That is a great question. Kind of a complex question. Yeah. But I will say this before I answer the question on point. We really started turning the corner when we as individuals started getting the coaching and counseling we needed, and we started looking inward to fix the marriage.
That's awesome, man. That is awesome. That is awesome. And I hope y'all wrote that down, because a lot of time people get into a relationship thinking, well, I'm going to fix him. I'm going to fix her. You're going to be everything. You're going to be everything and a bag of chips. I'm going to upgrade you. I'm going to fix you. But when you start looking at Joaquin, what did Joaquin say?
Joaquin saw a shy young boy still looking for the attention and the affirmation he didn't get from his father.
Wow.
And, despite my somewhat success or my accolades at the time, once you get married, you start looking for things that you have buried, things that you have never really fulfilled. And unfortunately and fortunately, it's the spouse's job to see that, learn that, and bring that out of you and help heal that.
Man, you cannot tell me you're shy. Not the Joaquin I know. Not the Joaquin I know that when you connect with that golf ball, you hit that golf ball about 250 yards, man. You can't tell me you shy. I don't believe that, man.
Well, I used to be shy, and I'm gonna tell you, a lot of people have these issues. I used to be shy because of my economic background, where I came from.
Oh, okay.
What teachers used to say about me, I wasn't a good speaker, I wasn't this. And it's funny, I went on to have my bachelor's degree in speech communication. So if any of my former teachers out there watching this, hey, Good to see you. And thank you for that. But this is what I will tell people.
Okay.
Everything they spoke to me in those moments, in those times of negativity,
right,
were true because that was what I was projecting.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, and I never really had anyone to really just pressure me and push me to bring the greatness and the real me out of me. So until I had that,
Yeah.
it wasn't being produced. So all they could.
So when did let me ask you this then, Joaquin, and we do the Blue Table Talk for Men on Wednesday nights, and we have that platform just for these type of conversations. So when did Joaquin Loper, when did you really grow up? When did that light come on for you as a man? When did you say, okay, I got it now. I got it now. I got it now. I'm cooking with fish grease now. I got it now. When did that light come on for you, Joaquin?
To be honest, I think I'm still getting it because
Okay.
I still want to grow.
Right here.
Yeah, I still want to grow. So I never want that. I never want the light to go off. But I think that light really blinged on me like the Krispy Kreme, hot and red. It probably hit me when I was 19, 20 in the military, and I had men that really pushed me, and they saw stuff in me that I did not recognize or I wasn't ready to see.
That's good.
That's when it really, really clicked on me, and I really started.
That's good, man. Thank you for your service, by the way. What branch of military did you serve in?
Air Force.
Really?
14 years.
Yes, How about that? Listen, guys, we're going to run to a quick break, and when we come back, I really want to ask Joaquin, what are him and Stacey seeing in these dating streets and these relationships and these couples? What's the biggest thing couples are having issues with today? So y'all hold tight. We'll be right back. Get your notebook because we're about to go to church, okay? Get your notebook. We're about to go to church. Y'all hold tight. We'll be right back.
If you would like to support the Dr. Sims Show, send your donations to Cash App $Walter H. Sims. And remember, we stay high on life.
I want you to know I am so excited about this Sync Wire product, the car wireless FM transmitter. I set it up yesterday, real easy setup, and I called one of my colleagues on the phone through the transmitter, through the FM transmitter, and we were talking, and I said, Coach Angel, can you hear me okay? And she said, Dr. Sims, you sound clear as a bell. And I'm just telling you, I'm so excited because I do a lot of communicating in my car, and most states now are hands-free. And so this allows me to be on the phone, drive hands-free, without any complication. So you need to do yourself a favor. If you're like me and you pretty much spend a lot of time in your car, you need this SyncWire product. And remember, as I always say, if you stay high on life, life is going to stay high on you.
All right, we're back, everybody, with the Joaquin Loper. Listen, man, when couples are coming to you, and we'll start with couples. When couples come to you, and Stacey, what are some of the common themes that you're seeing, the common things you help couples with?
Trust.
Okay.
Communication. What does love look like to you?
Okay.
What's your definition of love? Where did you learn love from?
Wow.
And the biggest thing is, how do you receive love?
Wow.
Yeah, those are probably some of our biggest issues. Trust and, reconnecting.
That's so good.
I'll tell you, a great question, Dr. Sims, to pose to a lot of couples is, how do you stay in love?
Oh, wow.
People think that's easy. Yeah, people think that's easy, but that's, yeah.
That is good. So what are some of your secrets? How do you and Stacey, number one, how do y'all communicate with each other, number one? And number two, how have y'all stayed in love for 15 years?
Number one, we over communicate.
Okay, that's good. That's good. What does that look like?
That looks like you listening when you don't want to.
Hold on. Let me pull my notebook out. I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna quote you the first time I use that. I'm writing that down.
Yeah, that means, and not only just listening when you don't want to, being attentive, being undistracted. not the TV bothering you, not the football game, not basketball game, or the talk show, or reality show. It's being focused and being able to relay what you heard from your spouse.
That is so good. Guys, I hope y'all wrote that down. I'm looking in the web camera right now. I hope y'all wrote that down. I hope y'all wrote that down. And that's big, listening when you don't want to, because you in your feelings and you ready to get your point out. And I tell all my couples, it doesn't matter who's right. I want to keep peace. So whatever that looks like, I just want to keep peace. I just want to keep peace. I'm not here to fuss and fight with you unless we plan. Oh, but that's another show. That's another show, man.
I always tell people, there's a word we do not use in our house. We haven't used this word in our house unless we're talking to our kids.
Okay.
For over 8-9 years now, and that's the word wrong.
Oh, we that's good. The word wrong,
because neither one of us are ever wrong in anything that we're discussing with each other about the marriage, because our opinions matter.
So my opinion, I like that. I like
which opinion is best for the situation at the time.
That's good. And you know something, that's something I use with my clients as well. And especially when you're working with men, I rarely try to use that word. And if I use it, I put it in air quotes, because like you said, how you feel, you're not wrong. If you make Stacey feel a certain way, if I make Patricia feel a certain way, and they express that to us, I mean, I can't argue with your feelings.
Yeah, you cannot. You cannot. I tell Ben all the time, if your wife says that you hurt her feelings, despite your intentions, you hurt her feelings.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. And you can either want to be right, or try to say, baby, I didn't mean to do that, because I had an incident this past Monday. Just this past Monday, I had to rectify, And so how
I had an incident yesterday.
What happened? Really?
Oh yeah.
Come on, James Evans. Come on, James. Oh, yeah. What happened? Kind of, if you wanted to be generic, kind of what happened, Joaquin?
Oh, just responding too quick before you hear the whole story.
Oh, that's good.
That's it. Just perfect. What they say about the old assumption. You're thinking one thing is coming, and you try to be the man and be the fixer, and you just give your response before she's even finished with her statement.
Wow.
And,
wow. Yeah. You busting your chest out, pulling out your Superman outfit. Yeah. I'm here to save the day.
Yeah. And you don't realize your words are kryptonite. Your words are
like, my bad. Well, how quick are you, before we jump to how you stay in love, how quick are you to apologize?
Very quick. I'm the first. I tell people we compete with who can love each other the toughest.
Oh, wow.
So if it means me apologizing, because the apology doesn't take anything away from who I am.
Yeah.
So the apology, being able to apologize, however, also explain, this is the reason why I didn't mean anything by it.
Right.
However, I apologize for my actions. That only makes me a better husband and a better person that she can trust.
Wow. Okay, if I ask Stacey right now, who is Joaquin Moore, what's a couple of adjectives she'll use if I ask her to describe you with 3 adjectives? What would Stacey say about you?
That's a good question. I would bet she would say lover.
Okay.
She would probably say fixer.
Okay. Especially after yesterday.
Yes, she would probably say fixer.
Okay.
And she would probably say father.
That's good. Oh. And you know what I bet she would say? You know what I bet she would say?
Good.
She can trust you.
Oh, yes. Most definitely. 100%.
That's huge. And men minimize that a lot of time. But if your wife, and it definitely goes both ways, but if your wife can trust you, man, that's huge. That's huge. Because if somebody come at her and say, I saw Joaquin down at what, she said, no, not my baby. No. No. I bet all the money we got in the bank, you did not see Joaquin over there, or Dr. Sam. If he was Dr. Sam, I know where they are.
Yeah.
Right.
And this is the thing. We have a rule. We don't go over 2 hours, definitely 3 without checking in.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
And, whenever I make moves, I always just let them know, hey, I'm here now. If you need this or I'm here this. So I'm always checking in for the reason that somebody might see somebody that look like me. Now I have to explain. No, I don't have time for explanations.
That's good. That's good. So why? And again, we're gonna get to that question, how you stay in love, in a second. But so why do couples, men and women, get intimidated or they get in their feels when their partner said, "Listen, I'm checking in. Call me. Let me know where you are. Let me know what you're doing. I'm not checking up on you. You grown, but I just don't want to worry about you." Why do people get in their feels about that?
Well, I think it comes from not having the example set before them prior to the relationship.
That's good. That's good.
I think their manhood and their womanhood are challenged. And I always tell people, you being a man and a woman was established when you were born. So what you tripping about?
Come on and preach up in here, boy. I could talk to you all day, man. I could talk to you all day, man. Well,
but it goes back to the trust. It goes back to the trust.
Exactly.
It goes back to the trust. If my wife can trust me, why am I getting upset if she just wants to know where I am?
At the end of the day, me and Dr. Sims on hole number 10 right now. We both just birdied number 9.
That's it.
You know what we do? We played in the rain, didn't we?
In the rain.
We played in the rain. It stopped on us, but we played in the rain. We said, we don't care. We don't care. Yeah, so before we go to our next break, before we go to break again, how do you guys stay in love?
Well, we made a verbal and written commitment to want to.
Oh, wow.
You have to want to. You have to. And I made a commitment to myself as an individual to love my wife
so good. That's
every
so
day.
Good. That is so
every
good.
Day. So even then, in spite of times we don't like each other, we still love each other. And you have to want to do these things because
it's windy in here. That is so good.
That's what I tell people, man. You have to actually make these verbal and mental and spiritual commitments to want to love this person.
Oh, wow.
But it also starts with loving who you are first.
Wow. Guys, I hope y'all got that. You got to want to. And if your want to isn't fixed, you can sit with Stacey and Joaquin. You can sit with Dr. Sim. You can sit with Tony Robbins or Dr. Phil or Oprah Winfrey. If you don't want to. And I think that's a great point, because when people ask, well, what do you bring to the table? My want to.
Yep.
I want to. You are my choice. I want to be here. And that's what's changed for me from my first marriage. I want to be here, and that's huge, man. Listen, we're gonna run to a quick break, and I want to know, your status has changed. You a pawpaw now. What do they call you? Do they call you Big Papa?
No, they call me Sarge.
Sarge. Okay, y'all. He's a grandfather now, and I really want to know about that. We're gonna unpack that. How from your initial reaction to now, you and Stacey, when y'all see that baby, them jaws, man, I be on them jaws at least 24 hours, man. Them jaws, she is so precious. Listen, we're gonna run to a quick break, and we're gonna talk about life as a grandparent. So y'all hold tight. We'll be right back.
If you would like to support the Dr. Sim Show, send your donations to Cash App $Walter H. Sims. And remember, we stay high on life.
Listen, guys, my time with Joaquin is so precious. We got about a 22-minute interview, 23-minute interview with this wonderful giant of a man. Well, my brother, we were on the golf course. We were playing golf. And you said, Dr. Sims, I haven't shared this with many people. I'm about to be a grandfather. So from that day to now, and I think is she almost a year old?
She is 7 months.
7 months. Yeah. So in the last year, you and Stacey have been in a whirlwind over the last maybe 12 months. Your daughter's pregnancy to now. So tell everybody your initial reaction to now. Because when I see you hold little mama, I'm like, look at him. You can buy you for 10 pennies when you hold the man. She's precious, dog. Well, talk to us about your roller coaster of emotions.
Initially, disappointment.
Okay.
Confusion. Oh man, fear.
Wow.
Yeah, those were my initial reactions. And all those things were not necessarily, you hear them in a negative connotation, but it's not.
Right.
You know, my initial disappointment and fear for my daughter was, you know, did I not do something right as a father?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Not hear what I was trying to say.
Yes, sir.
Man, she doesn't know how much her life is about to change.
Wow, that's a good point. That's a good point.
Those are the reactions and the emotions that were, you know, flowing through me.
Yeah. Yeah. That and you, man, and I just admire you on so many levels, man, and my admiration jump when I just I've seen you grow through this process, man. I hold you in high regard, man, because you have really been there for your daughter, you know, you and Stacy. But how y'all doing as grandparents, man? Y'all look good.
We are on cloud 10.
Yeah.
We're on cloud 10 now, and I'm gonna be honest with you. What I've loved about this whole process,
yes, sir,
is seeing the maturity in my daughter.
Boy, you're looking at my script. That's the next question I was going to ask you. How has she developed or blossomed into a young mother?
That is the proudest part of watching her become a mom, and her maturity, and me being a Sarge, a pawpaw. It's really, and I'm gonna tell you something else, Dr. Sam. It shows me how much I've matured as a father.
That's good.
It's showing me how much love that I have grown into and matured into that I didn't have 15 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah. It's shown me a lot. I understand now how grandparents don't mirror what they were as parents.
Isn't that amazing? That's amazing, isn't it?
It's amazing. And this is what I love about it. And I'm gonna say this to all grandparents out there.
Yeah, come on.
I'm not trying to relive my parenting.
Come on.
Yeah, this is my daughter's daughter.
That is boy. Now you need to say that for the people on the back row. That was a huge statement. I hope y'all don't miss that. Don't miss what he just said.
No, I did my best, and I gave all my effort when I was parenting, so I don't have to go back and try to reparent my grandchildren. No,
that's good. No. That's good. How your boys doing? How the boys doing?
Spoiled. They are spoiling uncles. That's all they do.
That's all they do.
They love their niece. They are growing. They're maturing. They're going to be some great young men. I don't say that because they're my kids and my boys.
Okay.
I have some great young ladies, and I have some great, men.
That's good. Take a couple of minutes, man. What's next for you, and what's next for that Loper love? What's next for Joaquin individually, and corporately? What's next for y'all as a couple?
Growing my nonprofit. My nonprofit, Operation Blended, is truly growing. Reaching out to veterans, first responders, and dealing with people dealing with cancer issues. Okay. I lost my sister to cancer 4 years ago.
Yes, sir.
And that's near and dear to me. But I also have a book coming out by Joaquin Loper. And Stacy and I also have a memoir and a book coming out.
That's good.
It's Blended and Winning. So we're trying to just really expand on what Blended and Winning is.
That is so good. Understand
that, we're just not a one-stop shop, man. We're trying to bless people on a whole nother level and get everything out of our life while we can.
Man, that is a blessing, man. I love you so much. How can people get in touch with the Joaquin Loper and Stacy Loper?
Oh, that's very easy. Go to YouTube and type in Joaquin and Stacy Loper, or you can just type in on YouTube that Loper Love. You can also reach us at email at blendedandwinning@gmail.com.
That is so good. Say it one more time. Say it one more time.
So that's YouTube. YouTube, Joaquin and Stacy Loper, or that Loper Love. You can also reach us by email, blendedandwinning@gmail.com, or you can look us up on our website, www.blendedandwinning.com.
I love it, man. Well, listen, get on out of here, man. He's got a tea time in a few minutes. Man, let me tell you something. Put that driver up.
Yes, sir.
And use your 3-wood. And believe it or not, it's easy to hit that 3-wood. because you have confidence and you know you can hit it. You're not worried about slicing. So, when you swing a favorite club, I'm telling you, man, I shot a 39 on the back nine yesterday, man. I felt like Tiger Woods for real, man.
Hey, now see, I don't like the fact that you just told me you shot 39 on the back, because now I'm gonna be having it on my mind. I have to beat Dr. Sim.
You got to do
it. I was okay. You know what? Matter of fact, I'm going to take my driver out of my bag.
I did that. I did that for real. It helps, man. It really helps because you don't have to worry about it. If you leave it in the car, leave it at home, you don't have to worry about it. But anyway, keep that ball in the show grades and hug all your family for me and tell them Dr. Sim said hello, okay?
Definitely will. Tell your beautiful wife we said hello. And man, thank you so much. Love you, man of God.
Love you, man. Well, listen, y'all hold tight. We'll be right back.
Yes, I can get some content. Come on.
Listen, I don't have time to deal with that like I really want to, but just to give you a quick backstory, this young man, after several failed attempts, finally convinced this young lady to go out with him. And they went to an oyster bar. I believe it's Fontaine's in Atlanta. I have no affiliation with them. That's just the name of the restaurant. And Tuesdays are, you get a dozen oysters for $15. So prices is kind of not an issue here. But young lady not only ordered appetizer, drinks, 4 dozen of oysters. And she's filming during the day. And so I want to ask, who raised you? What is going on with this generation? And I'm just going to generalize, and because every woman is not like this. But this young lady, oh my God, and she's slurping the whole time. The way she carried this, the marks of a selfish person. Now, the young man, he's taking an internet bashing because he went to the bathroom and didn't come back. Now, old school, we may have carried it a different way. We have made pay for the day, but that'll have been the last time you heard from me. So I'm not going to criticize him for what he did, because I'm not going to criticize him. I'm not gonna say he was wrong, and I'm not gonna say he was right. I'm just not gonna criticize him. But young lady, really? But her behavior is indicative of a selfish person. And I'm gonna generically say this to everybody. If you are selfish, you are not supposed to be in a relationship until you deal with that. Shameless plug, you need a life coach. You need some therapy. You need some counseling. Because evidently your mama and dad and grandmama and them, or they may have, but this shines a bad light on your upbringing because you don't act like this. And I mean, when we were coming up, mama would make us eat before we went over anybody's house. Mama, one of the things I learned growing up in my 57 years, one thing I learned, don't go anywhere hungry. Act like, we don't hear these terms anymore. Act like you got some home training. Act like you got some sense. We don't hear that kind of talk anymore. But anyway, I can rant and rave all day about this. That's just my 2 pennies. But please, if you're a selfish person, don't involve yourself with anybody else, because her behavior indicates a very selfish person. Young man, you dodged a bullet, because it's hard to be in love with somebody else when you're madly in love with yourself. And guys, that's my 2 pennies. Listen, guys, we're on every Monday, 8:30 p.m. on IndieSoupMedia.tv. Listen, we stay high on life. If you would like to be a part of my show, if you'd like to be a guest on my show, contact me. There's my link tree at the bottom of the screen, linktree.ee/Dr. Walter Sam. And remember, we stay high on life. Listen, I just want to thank Joaquin for being here today. We've had a good show today. I guess you kind of know, I know Joaquin a little bit. We have fellowship several times and just met him on TikTok. You know, I love social media. And remember, guys, follow me on all social media outlets at Dr. Walter Sam. And remember, if you stay high on life, life is going to stay high on you, because check this out. We stay high on life Until next show, see you later. This has been Dr. Sam.